You just came from outside and you didn't wash your hands. Yeah, crab juice.
Tonight, for the 20th episode of Live from the Chuckle Bunker, we have a real treat. It's the pride of the Ottawa Valley himself, Dorn NacMonald.
Hey, how's it going out there? Say, anyone out there having any of these pandemic dreams? You know what I'm talking about here? I read about this. People are having these intense, creepy dreams, you know? I think it's because everything's gone to hell, you know, with all of the death and everything. Well, I haven't really had any of those sorts of dreams myself, except I do have this one specific recurring dream every single night. But I guess you probably wouldn't want to hear about that now. What's that, you say? You actually would like to hear about it? Well, all right then. I don't want to be a jerk about it or anything. So in the dream, I'm on the couch there, right? And I'm eating dried beans for what seems like the 77th day in a row there, you know? And I'm watching a commercial for a gutter repair service. So far, it's exactly like my real life. But then it changes, you see, when I decide to call the number on the screen there. And when I do, the fella who picks up the phone tells me that I'm the 18th caller, which means I just won a free bus ticket to Bakersfield, California. Now, Bakersfield isn't exactly my cup of tea, you know. Nothing against the Bakersfieldians or whatever you call them. I guess I just like places with a little more razzle-dazzle or something. But even though I don't particularly want to go to Bakersfield in the dream, you know, I don't want to waste the ticket either because I'm a notorious cheapskate, you know. So I'm on the bus there, and I'm on my way over to Bakersfield, California, and the only other people on the bus are Queen Latifah, who's driving the bus, and Bernie Sanders, who sits right behind me, and he's trying to sell me a vape pen the whole time. So we're riding across the, what do you call it there, the Great American Heartland, you know? Which I guess is the American term for a giant, boring wasteland. And then somewhere around Amarillo, Texas, there, the bus is attacked by a gang of outlaw bikers. You know, these heavy-set, bearded fellas. So they wear leather vests and chaps, and they go to rallies with their buddies, which I guess is just a perfectly normal way to express your heterosexuality. Anyway, these biker fellas, they swarm around the bus, and they drive it right off a cliff there. And Bernie Sanders and Queen Latifah both burn to death right in front of me. Like, their flesh is melting off of their bodies, you know? It's like in that movie where Han Solo fights the Nazis. So they're melting, and they're screaming in agony there. But I somehow survive, and then I'm like staggering away from the burning wreckage and everything, and then I see something in the distance, and it's Bill Gates. And he walks over to me, and I see that he's breastfeeding a salmon there. And he's stroking this salmon real gently, you know, like this, sort of, and he's staring at me right in the eye there. And then he sort of transforms into my father, but only halfway. And then this big Space Needle sort of tower suddenly rises up through the desert sand there. So we take the elevator up to the top part, you know. So Bill Gates / my very own father is hosting a fancy party up there, you see, with all of these millionaires and movie stars. Like Frank Stallone is there and all of them big shots, you know. So I'm at this party, and I'm feeling a little peckish. You know, so I head towards the buffet to get some crab puffs because, you know, I enjoy a crab puff as much as the next fella. But the crab puff line is incredibly long there. So I wait and I wait in this crab puff line, and eventually I get some crab puffs, which are pretty good for crab puffs, except I realize they're full of bloody extracted teeth with the roots attached and everything, which is a little off-putting, I would say. So then I go and I get in line for some shrimp cocktail, you know, because nobody enjoys a shrimp cocktail more than I do. But the shrimp cocktail line is even longer than the crab puff line. But you know, like I said, I really like shrimp cocktail a great deal. So I wait and I wait in this really long shrimp cocktail line there. And eventually I get my shrimp cocktail. But that's even more disappointing than the crab puffs, because there's a severed set of human testicles in there. And then I realized that those are my very own testicles that I'm eating there. So that's not good. Now I'm getting pretty thirsty in the dream there, you know? Like I'm parched. Like maybe I could use something to cleanse the old palate, you know? So I decided to get some punch. And wouldn't you know it, there is no punchline. Now, I'm no expert of dreams, of course, but I'd say if this dream says anything about me, it's that I'm sick of eating those damned beans.